original film made Liam Neeson a surprise action star, but will Taken 4 ever be made? The franchise became a TV show in 2017. Liam Neeson became a surprise action hero thanks to the Taken franchise, but will he return for a Taken 4 film? Prior to taking on the lead in Taken, Liam Neeson had a string of projects in which he played a mentor or father figure, including Kingdom of Heaven and Batman Begins. Taken stars Liam Neeson as Bryan Mills, a retired CIA agent who travels to Paris to save his daughter from a human trafficking ring. Taken became a surprise word-of-mouth hit thanks to its simple premise and fast-paced action, as well as Neeson's charisma. The film also catapulted Neeson into the spotlight for action films, which have dominated his career since. The actor returned for Taken 2, which somewhat reversed the premise by having his character kidnapped and his daughter having to rescue him and his mother, though he returns for the third act.
Do you have any idea what it costs just to change the angle of the lens on a satellite orbiting 200 miles above the Earth? Huh? And those costs have gone up. Our costs go up, your costs go up.
Neeson promised that Taken 2 would be the final chapter in the saga, but he soon returned for Taken 3. In this episode, Bryan was falsely accused of murdering his ex-wife, prompting him to resort to violence in order to clear his name. Now it appears that Neeson will return for Taken 4, proving that he keeps getting drawn back in. While there are few details on how Taken 4 will unfold, any film student can make some educated guesses about what the plot will entail. We're almost certain to get another story about Bryan Mills, the ex-CIA operative who's had a rough few years since his daughter was kidnapped by a group of human traffickers during a fateful trip to France. From there, the first 3 films have been a roller coaster ride of kidnappings, framings, and killings. Luc Besson wrote, produced, and directed all 3 of the first films. Taken was directed by Pierre Morel, with the second and third films directed by Olivier Megaton. And at this point, the expectation for a Taken 4 is that it will speak and market to its core audience, which does not necessarily include critical acclaim. Considering the production costs, the first 3 films were massive box office hits, grossing nearly $1 billion in ticket sales when all was said and done. That was accomplished on a total budget of approximately $118 million, and it's easy to see why the studio wouldn't mind getting another of these films before it was all said and done. Critically, not so much. Taken did well as a surprise, somewhat unexpected hit, earning a respectable 59% on Rotten Tomatoes, thanks to its fast pace and Neeson's stoic and lethal demeanor. The subsequent films went 22% and 13% respectively, owing to weaker scripts and the shine mostly off the concept. Liam Neeson's career had been reinvented with the first film, but the novelty had worn off by that point. Can Taken 4 bring things back on that front? We wouldn't expect it, but that's beside the point. A planned Taken 4 would and should continue a run of films that have seen Liam Neeson become a late career action star, which started with the first film in this franchise. After establishing himself as a man with a very specific set of skills, which he had acquired over a long career, Neeson went on to star in films such as The Commuter, Run All Night, Non-Stop, The Grey, Cold Pursuit, The Ice Road, The Marksman, Honest Thief, and Blacklight. All of them were of a higher intensity and stemmed from what he demonstrated in Taken. It will be fantastic to see him return as Bryan Mills in Taken 4. Could this be the point at which the late career run comes full circle? It might have been, and it would have all been well worth it. Let us now discuss Taken, the TV show that was cancelled after 2 seasons. In 2017, Taken was adapted into a television series. Clive Standen was cast as Bryan Mills, with the show serving as an origin story for the character seen in the films, despite the fact that both are set in the present day. The show followed Mills as he sought vengeance for his sister's death and delved into his CIA days. Taken debuted with strong ratings, which gradually declined throughout the first season. For Season 2, a new showrunner took over and did a semi-reboot, removing most of the cast except for Standen and co-star Jennifer Beals. Despite this new beginning, ratings continued to fall and Taken was cancelled after 2 seasons. When someone reached the age of 70, they were probably well into retirement, spending their days playing shuffleboard and eating dinner at 3:30 p.m. Those days, however, are long gone. A perfect example of how such things have shifted in our world is Liam Neeson. He's approaching his 7th decade on this planet and is about to star in another action film for the franchise that launched his career. Liam Neeson is set to star in Taken 4 with yet another mission to save someone who has been, well, taken. According to the latest giant freaking robot exclusive from our trusted and proven source. Is Taken 4 in development with Liam Neeson? There are only so many times a family member can be kidnapped or murdered before audiences tune out, as in the original Death Wish series starring Charles Bronson. Neeson appears to be well aware of this, as he initially ruled out a return as Bryan Mills. However, the series remained a profitable brand, and Neeson continued to build his resume with more action-oriented roles. This prompted some to speculate whether he might return for a Taken 4 sequel, and this is where the food news comes in. There could easily have been a Taken 4 movie without Neeson. A prequel exploring his early days with the CIA could have been offered by the franchise, with a younger actor recast in the role. When Jason Statham stepped down from the transporter, EuropaCorp did something similar, with Ed Skrein taking over for a soft reboot called The Transporter Refueled. However, it was Neeson who really led the movie to the top, and he will return for the next chapter. Though there is no word on whether writer Luc Besson or director Olivier Megaton will return for the fourth movie. What could make Taken 4 different? To set it apart from the previous three films, Taken 4 could go down a different path this time around, and not just be about Bryan Mills anymore. The film can explore more of the world around him and how it's impacted by his actions, or how his past experiences have shaped him into the person he is today. Taken 4 could also explore some deeper themes, such as the cost of violence and the toll it takes on those who use it as a means to an end. It will be interesting to see how the movie handles these themes, while still delivering the pulse-pounding action we've come to expect from the franchise. For the movie to be a successful one, the stakes must be higher and the action needs to be more intense. In conclusion, Taken 4 can shape up to be one of the most anticipated movies of the year. If Liam Neeson is back in the lead role and has a new cast of characters to add to the mix, it surely could be a wild ride from start to finish. Well, that's it. For now, we bring an end to this video, but we will come back with some new and interesting videos in the future. Till then, make sure that you like our video, and do share your views and opinions with us in the comments section below. Subscribe to the channel to get updated regularly with the latest news and reviews on all your favorite TV shows and movies, and do not forget to hit the bell icon to never miss an update. Thanks for watching the video, and we'll see you at the next one.